Trevor Noah?
Yes.
The comedian. The one who's making the jokes, eh?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest Trevor Noah moments.
What? Why? There's no good memories. This is not the bomb, this is trash.
I want the lawyer who goes, God, if this wasn't so hard, then I wouldn't have done it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Steven. I feel like I was made for this.
For this list, we'll be looking at this comedian's stand-up routines and Daily Show segments to single out his most hilarious bits. What do you think is Trevor's funniest moment? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, his Daily Show debut, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Several months before inheriting Jon Stewart's mantle, Noah made his debut as a regular contributor on The Daily Show.
We're really delighted that you're going to be joining us, and I know that you flew in, I guess, yesterday from South Africa.
Yeah, I just flew in and boy, are my arms tired.
His first joke about flying in from South Africa might not sound fresh at first, but Noah puts his own unique spin on an oldie with relevant commentary. He begins by comparing America to South Africa in terms of racial profiling and Ebola, becoming increasingly nostalgic for his home country.
In fact, my friends warned me. They were like, Trevor, don't go to the US. You'll catch Ebola. And I was like, you know what, guys? Just because they had a few cases of Ebola doesn't mean we should cut off travel there. That would be ignorant, right?
He brings visual aids to support his point, showing South Africa at its most picturesque and the US at its most unflattering.
The one on the left, clearly been shelled by rebels. I'm going to go with Somalia, maybe. And
Actually, the road on the right is a superhighway in Central Africa. The photo on the left, I took that from my cab on the way here from the airport. Yeah.
Of course, Noah also acknowledges that no country is perfect. Closing out with a musical plea to feed Americans, Noah makes a strong first impression on his road to becoming the host.
Feed America, let them know it's Christmas
All right,
time.
no, please.
Number 9, don't lose your accent. Trevor Noah, pay back the funny. In recent years, Trevor Noah has become a household name in Western households. Before leaving for the US, though, Noah's fellow South Africans implored him not to lose his accent above all else. Noah sees this as an odd request, comparing the loss of one's accent to dropping something while walking.
People make it sound like you're gonna be walking down the street, and then just out of the blue, you'll be like, my accent!
What Noah finds especially awkward is when white people in South Africa put on an accent, showing the audience what he means with a hilariously cringy impression.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Hello, Baba! Hey, shop man! Please put Lapo full tanky, eh?
Noah was left with a new perspective, however, upon arguing with a security guard over the pronunciation of his name.
I said, yes, how are you, Baba? My name is Trevor. He's like, okay, Chabal. I said, no, Trevor. He's like, oh, sorry, Chabal.
In addition to bringing the laughs, Noah says something insightful about communication, whether a person speaks with an American, South African, or French accent.
An accent is just somebody speaking your language with the rules of theirs. That's all an accent is. So don't speak down to them. Don't patronize them. Speak to them the way you would to yourself. Just try and learn their accent. That's all it is. It's just another accent. Yeah.
Number 8, attention all passengers. Trevor Noah, crazy normal. During his travels from Johannesburg to the States, Noah has picked up on a few things about pilots. We're used to hearing pilots talk in a cool, collected voice over the speaker, but sometimes that just feels out of place. You know, like when the plane endures turbulence. Despite the panic-inducing circumstances, the stewardess carry on with a smile.
Because they'll just carry on, they'll be like, yes, you guys, would you guys like some coffee? Yeah, okay. There you go. Be careful, it's hot. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the pilot chimes in with the same reserved manner of speaking, as if everything is fine. Noah finds this annoying, wishing the pilot would let him know if they're about to go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've encountered some slight turbulence. We'll ask that everyone return to their seats at this point and refrain from using the lavatories. Please note we will be flying at a high altitude to try and alleviate the problem.
He also notes that although in most airports announcements are made in a calm and collected manner, it's a little different in South Africa.
Dun dun. Attention all passengers! Attention all passengers! Hello!
I'm talking to you. Hello.
Number 7, continuing the war, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Noah has made The Daily Show his own while still remaining true to his roots. During his first night as host, Noah paid respect to Jon Stewart, comparing him to a father figure of late night. That would make Noah the stepdad in this analogy, putting him in an uncomfortable position.
And he's black. Which is not ideal.
Nevertheless, Noah is grateful to Stewart and vows to continue his work.
I'm not quite sure what you saw in me, but I'll work hard every day to find it. And I'll make you not look like the crazy old dude who left his inheritance to some random kid from Africa.
Noah does exactly that in his first segment, discussing Pope Francis's trip to America and Speaker of the House John Boehner's subsequent exit. Bringing the segment full circle, Noah and Jordan Klepper compare Boehner's potential replacement to The Daily Show's new host.
You know, it doesn't have to be a disaster.
I don't know about that, Jordan. I can already hear everyone saying the thing. John, please come back. Please come back.
Well, yeah, sure, yes. Okay, yes, everyone's feeling nostalgia for the old leader, but maybe the new guy will surprise us and just crush it, you know?
Like Stewart before him, Noah establishes that he can make the news fun, informative, and globally appealing. Number 6, overbooking business class. Trevor Noah, crazy normal. Just because you fly business class doesn't mean that you get to avoid the usual airport shenanigans. In this bit, Noah does a spot-on impression of the woman who's always at the counter typing away.
And then she's like, can I have your ID, please? And you're like, IDs, everyone puts them down. She's like, where are you flying? And we're like, Durban, please. She's like, Durban.
He compares the figures you'd find in the business class lounge to those who fly economy.
Then we'll present to management, and it's gonna be a installment of what, okay, you know, you hear like businessy kind of stuff. Whereas when you're in economy, it's just like a huge group of people. You generally overhear conversations like, I thought you put it in the bag. You said you put it in the bag. What? It was on the I asked you to put it, why is it not in the bag?
What's especially relatable is his description of going through customs, from removing clothing to dealing with intense guards, to the dreaded sound whenever the metal detector goes off. The next time we see a security guard break out their wand, all we're going to be able to think about is Noah's lightsaber sound effects.
Pulls out his wand, you know those black ones, just pulls them out. And...
Noah paints an all-too-accurate portrait, reminding us how frustrating airlines are while also finding the humor in this tedious experience. Number 5, tacos. Trevor Noah, that's racist, and Trevor Noah, son of Patricia. Food trucks have become commonplace in the States, although they were a foreign concept to Noah when his friend Dave took him out. In addition to being his first food truck experience, this was also Noah's first taco ever. A few things get lost in translation when Noah is offered a napkin, which has a different meaning in South Africa.
And now on our side of the world, a napkin is that thing babies wear to hold their shits.
That said, sometimes a diaper can come in handy under these circumstances.
Well, that's disgusting. I said, no, it's normal. Everybody does it here, man. It's part of the experience. I said, that's the problem with your country, my friend. Where I'm from, that is disgusting. I do not need a napkin. I'm a grown man. I can control myself.
Despite that messy exchange, Noah grew to love tacos. He's shared this uproarious story on multiple stand-up specials. In both cases, Noah makes the audience feel as if they're at the food truck with him, Dave, and the thickly accented vendor. It also gets us weirdly in the mood for tacos.
I've been everywhere, and one thing I've learned across the board in America is that Americans love tacos.
Number 4, JayZ's new bodyguard, The Daily Show Between the Scenes. Noah is a lot of things: a comedian, a political commentator, an Emmy winner. Apparently he can also add bodyguard to his resume. The fact that he guarded JayZ only makes this achievement even more impressive. In a behind-the-scenes segment, Noah recounts his night at the NAACP Image Awards. When JayZ and his bodyguards were surrounded by a crowd, Noah offered his assistance.
I grabbed the back of his jacket, and I push him through the crowd, and I put my head down behind him. And people like trying to come, and I just started going. I was like, we gotta move, people, we gotta move, people, we gotta move, people.
Channeling his inner bouncer, Noah pushed JayZ through the horde of adoring fans. Noah played the role well, as apparently nobody recognized him.
And no one sees it's me, because why would you think that I'm pushing JayZ?
Even the actual security guards were surprised to suddenly find a third escort, almost leading to a tense confrontation.
And he comes, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And he comes, and then as he grabs JayZ's like, no man, he's doing a great job, man. Let's go.
Not many people can say that they know JayZ personally, but even fewer can say that they've protected the rapper.
And we just keep moving. And then he jumped in the car, and then he turned. He's like, that was amazing, baby. We gotta do it again sometime, baby. That was amazing. And I was like, yes, I'm JayZ security.
Number 3, American slang. Trevor Noah, afraid of the dark, and Trevor Noah, son of Patricia.
He said, oh, well, Trevor, I'm doing a little thing for my AIDS, and I thought maybe you'd want to be there. I said, I would love to. Thank you. I'm sorry, a show for what? He said, for my AIDS, Trevor. I said, you have AIDS?
A lot of Noah's bits revolve around growing up in South Africa and adapting to life in America. In many cases, it's the simplest things that stand out to Noah. Just hearing somebody say water or mirror can be an adjustment.
A mirror, yeah, which is not the same thing to me. A mirror is the glass. A mirror is a Middle Eastern man. Very different experience. It's not the same thing.
Mind you, word choices can be even more confusing than pronunciations. Seriously, why would anybody call a sleeveless shirt a wife beater?
Yeah, I have so many questions.
In another instance, he touches upon a word that's often used to describe men as wimpy, although Noah explains why it should be a compliment if anything.
After a human has just come out, you're saying it's weak? A human came out of the vagina. You just sit on a penis wrong and it breaks.
Most Americans might not question this everyday slang. Listening to Noah, it becomes apparent just how misguided such jargon can sound. Number 2, the first Biden-Trump debate. The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Yo! What was that?
Following Donald Trump's first head-scratching presidential debate with Joe Biden, we were all eager to hear Noah's 2 cents. Noah pretty much summed up our thoughts within the first couple of seconds of this piece. Audiences had no idea what they just watched, but Noah did his best to put it into perspective. Noah doesn't blame Chris Wallace for the unpredictable debate, as any moderator would have had a difficult time speaking over POTUS.
Because no human being could have been ready for this. They don't need a moderator for this thing. They need a UFC ref. Dana White, get on it.
For future debates, Noah makes a few suggestions. Some of them are legit, such as having fact checkers. Others, like having the candidates wrestle, might seem a tad over the top in any other election year.
There's no such thing as an undecided voter. It's just people too embarrassed to say how they'll vote. So let's entertain America at least, with 2 old men wrestling, and the winner gets a free hip replacement.
It's hard to say if either candidate won this debate, but Noah deserves an Emmy for his reaction alone.
Good night! I'm out! This shit was ridiculous.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. If Trump fired Eric, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. We imagine it would play out exactly like that.
I'm sorry, Eric, but you're fired.
But Dad, I won the challenge.
The real challenge is me having to see your face. You're fired.
First visit to Australia, Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Another great travel story.
I got to the airport in Johannesburg. I was on a Qantas flight, and they said, sorry, sir, there's a bit of a delay. I said, how long? They said, 24 hours. So that's not a delay, that's cancellation.
Nelson Mandela birthday party. You laugh, but it's true. A priceless impression of the South African president cutting loose.
Not left me, class, I left me. Left me, I'm fine. I'm fine. Do you know who I am? Do you know?
Pence's Fly, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Who wasn't distracted by this?
First of all, even a fly knows better than to touch a black woman's hair. And second, have you seen my Pence? The guy has bloody eyes and the world's palest skin. That fly probably thought he was a dead body. Fly was like, yo, this is where I be. And I was like, whoa, this shit moved.
Snake Story, Trevor Noah, son of Patricia. We've all been there.
He's like, such a big man, but you are afraid of a snake? I said, yeah, with a big brain. That's why I'm afraid. It's a snake. Like, you're not gonna trick me into not being afraid of a snake. Like, my toxic masculinity is not so high that I'll be like, yeah, you know what, man? Come on, Snakey. Come on. Hey.
Want more Mojo? Ms. Mojo produces original, high-quality pop culture-related videos on all your favorite movies and shows. plus celebrity news, fashion, lifestyle, and more.
Hey guys, it's Phoebe with Ms. Mojo.
My name is Sam.
My name is Eliza.
And I'm Emily.
I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Ms. Mojo.
If you want videos on all the best reality shows, teen dramas, Disney movies, and sitcoms, be sure to check out Ms. Mojo for new videos every day.
Number 1. Dawnsplaining, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Noah's commentary on Donald Trump is one of the numerous things that will define his Daily Show tenure. Trump has given him no shortage of material, but Noah is at his funniest when he tries to translate the president's more confusing comments.
And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay?
Okay, I've never heard a windmill before, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound like a cat in a dryer.
Whether he's talking about windmills or grounding airplanes, it's not always easy to understand what Trump is getting at.
He's like, all the airplanes will be grounded, but not the ones flying. They can land first, then they will be grounded.
Fortunately, Noah is here to Dawnsplain. We especially love this segment about the race for 5G. If you're not the most tech-savvy person, you might not know exactly what 5G is. Based on the way he talks about it in one clip, Trump doesn't seem to either.
Before that, we have to get 3G, and now we have to get 5G, and 5G is a big deal, and that's going to be there for a while, and I guess at some point we'll be talking to you about number 6. What do you think? Do you think that's true, AG?
Noah takes this opportunity to fill us in while also doing a dead-on impression.
You got 5G, then 6G, and then of course there's Kenny G, the smoothest of the G's.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.